Hello everyone, welcome back to another trip report. Today we are flying from Los Angeles to Tokyo-Narita on ANA on a Boeing 787-9. After arriving at Tom Bradley, we had a very nice and easy check-in using the Starline's Gold Track. It took no more than a couple minutes. Shortly after checking in, we kind of walked around Tom Bradley a little bit, and then eventually we headed to the TSA line to do security. Prior to entering the TSA pre-checkpoint, we got a nice view of the ramp here on the south side of the Tom Bradley International Terminal. And then eventually, after a quick and easy security line, we were finally into the terminal. Tom Bradley is one of the nicer international terminals in the U.S. It's very airy, spacious, and overall, they just did a great job with it. Then we eventually headed over to the Starline's Gold Lounge and enjoyed the lounge for a little over an hour before our flight started aboard. So in some of my previous videos I have shown this lounge before, but I just wanted to show you guys again. Here's kind of the entrance of the lounge. It's a very nice, well-lit lounge. I love kind of the atmosphere of it, the design of it, how spacious it is. And as you can see, there are lots of people here, but it honestly didn't feel that cramped. And before heading to the food area, I just wanted to show kind of another section of the lounge here. Again, this is by the entrance. There were those awards that are given to the lounge by Skytrax. And then there was this kind of like, there's a bar up ahead there, and then there's kind of this little hot bar here that had coffee, hot water, as well as ramen soups that you'll see in a bit. But I just kind of wanted to give you a sense of all of the different little stations here that they have with food. And then eventually I walked over to get some food, some breakfast this morning. They had a wide array of options, everything from bagels and yogurts to they had some hard-boiled eggs there, muffins. It was honestly a large section. They had fruit, everything that you could want kind of for a breakfast, along with the hot dishes there, bacon, eggs. They had some sausage and various juices and other drinks. So right near the area that I was just showing you, they have a coffee bar here, along with sugars and different milks that you could want for your coffee. And then kind of that area to the right over there, eventually we'll have more hot food later on in the day. And then just here's kind of another shot of that area. Again, they also have a soda machine there in case you want to drink like that. I ended up getting a bagel, some bacon and sausage. The bagel was fine. The bacon and sausage were actually quite good. And then I had a cappuccino that was also very good. And I also had a yogurt. I also then wanted to try one of the ramens that they had. I saw lots of people had it, and it was this kind of slightly spicy ramen, but it was very good, and it honestly hit the spot. And we kind of sat out on the area that kind of overlooks a lot of Tom Bradley, so here's some cool shots of the terminal. Yeah, overall, it's just a very beautiful lounge, a very beautiful terminal, and a great experience. So then I wanted to give you guys a shot of the observation deck. This is facing northeast here at Tom Bradley. I've shown it in previous videos before, especially like last year when I went to Italy and we flew on Lufthansa through Frankfurt. And we could see the Lufthansa 747-8 landing here. But these are views of, so that's Terminal 3 right over there that Delta uses, and then views of runways 24 left and 24 right. And so overall, it's just really cool that they actually made an observation deck. That way aviation enthusiasts like me and others could use it and get a nice view of the ramp and the runway and stuff like that. So like that Delta 767 right there. After hanging out at the observation deck for a bit, I headed back in to give you guys one last shot here of Tom Bradley, and then eventually I headed down to do some plane spotting at the gates. So there's a shot of the Tom Bradley West gates, and then also a shot of a LATAM Boeing 787-9 here that I believed had arrived from Sao Paulo earlier that morning. And then we got a nice Asiana A380-800 right here. And as you'll see in just a bit, she is right next to a Korean Air A380. And as I mentioned previously, here's the Korean Air A380 right next to the Asiana A380. Both had arrived earlier from Seoul Incheon and going back to Incheon in just a short amount of time. And walking down the terminal a bit, here's a shot of a Cathay Pacific Boeing 777-300ER that had arrived from Hong Kong earlier and is going back to Hong Kong shortly. And she is right next to a JAL 777-300ER that arrived from Tokyo-Haneda and is going back to Haneda in a short amount of time as well. And finally, here we are at our gate. Today we are on ANA 5 at gate 156, flying from LAX to Tokyo-Narita. We are on a ANA Boeing 787-9. The registration number of this plane is JA877A. She is a 7-year-old Boeing 787-9 delivered back in March of 2016.
Atención terminadas México, vuelo 783 a Guadalajara, está buscando a los siguientes pasajeros: José Acosta, Alberto Briseño, Ana María Carranza, Fernando Casares, Roberto Díaz, Luis Ángel Martínez. 최지민 손님, 최은진손님께서는 바로 탑승 후 148로 탑승해 주시기 바랍니다.
And looking south, you can see this Turkish Airlines Boeing 787-9 that had just landed from Istanbul. And then I just wanted to give you guys a few more shots of our plane with the beautiful Rolls-Royce engines before we boarded for Tokyo. Boarding was quite speedy and easy. There's a view of the premium economy section, and we made our way down to our seats. Today I was sitting in seat 30K. Eventually we made our way to our seat. There it is again, seat 30K. I wanted to give you guys a view of it and then show you the adjustable headrest before I sat down. And waiting in our seat for us was a nice pillow and a nice thick blanket. ANA has very good legroom. It's about 34 inches, which is roughly the same as United Economy Plus. And then they also have a very nice feature of having a footrest right there. And then there's a screen. There's a shot of the tray table, which kind of folds out in two parts, as well as a remote control for the screen. Overall, very good seat, very good legroom, a very well-functioning screen, everything that you could ask for roughly an 11-hour flight to Tokyo. And then here was a shot from the window overlooking the wing, as well as the south side of LAX. Before pushing back, I wanted to give you guys some shots of all the activities on runways 25 right and left. There is an Air New Zealand Boeing 777-300ER that had just landed from Auckland, as well as an Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 that is taxiing by. And then here is the Cathay Pacific Boeing 777-300ER that is taxiing for Hong Kong. After a short taxi, we then took off from runway 24 left here at LAX. We are now ready for takeoff. Please make sure that your seatbelt securely
Please also check your children's seatbelts. Thank you.
ANA came around with a hot towel service before starting their main lunch service, and then here's a shot of our wing over Northern California. Along with the hot towel service, they gave us a little bag of rice crackers and then a drink. I decided to have a water, and then eventually they came around actually with a menu placard. I really like that ANA does this. They had two options, the beef hamburger or the shrimp tempura. I went with the shrimp tempura, which was excellent. One of the best meals that I've had on a plane in a long time. It wasn't too soggy. I expected it to be a little bit soggier, but the flavor was great. They had a little seaweed salad with it, along with those bean sprouts. The other salad there, along with the little piece of ham and various different sauces and a nice bottle of water. Overall, it was an excellent meal by ANA once again. Almost halfway through the flight, we were greeted with a beautiful view of the Aleutian Islands. We had a quite northerly heading, which afforded us with these great shots that you're going to see here. So please enjoy the next roughly minute or so of beautiful views of the Aleutian Islands. couple hours after cruising over the Aleutian Islands, we were then east of the Kuril Islands, which are part of Russia, and we retreated to this beautiful cloud cover. Shortly thereafter, then, we were presented with the lunch options. One was a cheese tortellini with the marinara sauce, and then the other was the stewed chicken with the mustard sauce. I had the stewed chicken, which was good. The mustard sauce is a little bit funny, but overall the meal, again, was very good, and I would eat it again. After the meal service, we then started our descent, and then now here we are on our final approach to landing on runway 34 left here at Tokyo-Narita Airport. I want to thank you guys all again for watching my trip report. I have more to come, and I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it, and I'd love to hear your feedback on how I can make my videos better or what you guys would like to see. Thank you so much for watching.